Alright, we are back for round Uno. Hand is lacking blue but looks decent. I have a turn 2, just need one land and I can cast Murder, and I drew my blue anyway, so it's nice. And Graphrat is actually very solid in this deck with the 2 Scavenger. It's not just a random 2-drop, it's slightly better than that. Probably not much better, but still better. If my opponent attacks, I'm glad to trade or to trade my rat for a trick. It's completely fine. Alright, some Naya beatdown stuff. Alright, well that's very aggressive. That's beatdown. I think I don't want to take too many damage, and I might not draw my land next turn for the sleep paralysis anyway, so we might as well kill that. So I got hit for 4, but I got a 2 for 1 in the process, so I think I'm fine. With that, Captain is something I don't mind too much, I think. So it's other human, right? Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. If it was just human, it would be a bit too good, probably. That card was really solid in the old Innistrad, but in Eldritch Moon, it's actually not good. I think if it would have been printed in Shadows of Innistrad, it would have been good in Triple Shadows, but it's much worse in Eldritch. Because in Triple Shadows, you know, White Green Human was pretty much the best deck. Well, I guess it's just Scab now. Murder is so efficient at dealing with this kind of nonsense. If they attack, I'm blocking. Again, like, if you have a trick, I don't mind. I don't care. Might be an aura on the Captain. The opponent seems pretty high on auras. I guess if it's the... oh, what the oh, it was a Savage Alliance? Yeah, that card is brutal. So now it might make me wanna, you know, go a bit lower on those Tattered Hunters. Yeah. That was brutal. What was I saying before I got destroyed? Yeah, if they have the enchantment that removes the creature from the game, it's kind of annoying because I have sleep paralysis. I guess, yeah, I have deterrence now, so I don't even mind that too much. Okay, well, you got me. I have several options. I think a decent play here is to bounce restraints mid-combat, block the Captain, have the opponent discard. I don't really want to. I could bounce my own Scab, but it's not as good. I don't think Scholar or Hunter are better played than Deterrence on the Restraint. My opponent might not attack because it's kind of obvious that I have something going on here. But even if they don't attack, I think I'm quite fine. They could have a palm spell of their own, but either way, I don't really mind that too much. They have to discard from the deterrence anyway, so I'm getting a decent amount of value no matter what happens. And they might just not have anything too. And here they can choking on my Scab again, but I don't actually care about that. Emissary of the Sleepless is pretty solid in that situation. I think I'll beat down, and if my opponent blocks, I don't mind trading my Scab for the Emissary of the Sleepless, otherwise I just drop a Stitchwing. Well, I guess Stitchwing is gonna get choking restraints, so I'd rather actually drop a Scholar and a Hunter. They already played Savage Alliance, they are most likely just splashing for red, so I don't really fear a Smoldering Werewolf here. And I think we'll trade with the Spirit. It's not great, but well, I guess... I think I might as well raise. I'm a bit behind regarding races here, but... well, since I drew Haunted... why did they not use their... so they have a Spider... Like, otherwise you use choking restraints or on something, I think. Pretty sure. Interesting. So does my opponent have a 2/3 spider with flash? That's weird. Why would they not use choking restraints otherwise? This probably means I don't want to attack with the Hunter. They might also have the 4/3 Wolf that we saw during the draft, actually. It's even more likely. So, but I kind of fear the 2/3 spider. Like, if this gets eaten by the spider, it's like really bad for me. But I think it's more likely that they actually have the 4/3 that produce a 2/2 if you have a land. Just because the card is better and we saw it. Oh, Huron's Grace Champion. Well, I could have attacked with the Hunter, but attacking with Scholar would have been bad. So this will get restrained as I anticipated. And now I think I kind of have to start making these kind of blocks. And I will loot, because you should always loot. Annoying. I really want to deal with that, but I have to deal with the flyer in priority because I don't have any blocker. So I guess we'll paralyze the emissary of the Sleepless and pass the turn and intend to block with the Scab and loot. Yeah, that's not amazing, but that's probably the best option here. Okay, well, I named 2 flash creature last turn, and that was another one. But we did not saw that during the draft, and it's a rare, so... Another Savage Alliance would win the game, I think. Spectral Reserve is annoying, but beatable. I think we want to drop both creatures so I can block the spirits here. Even though dropping a land is kind of bad for the Scholar. So do I want to put a card of my library into the graveyard? Probably not. I will loot now though. Midnight Scavengers. Okay. I don't really have a kill anytime soon with that though. I mean with the rats. Certainly casting that, but should I even... I mean Scav is not like much better. And flipping that seems still very good. Yeah. I could wait to have 7 land so I could do both things. But actually, if I draw a land, I want to discard it to the Scholar. I don't want to drop it, so there is that. So now at least this gives me a bit of pressure. Like the 5-stick is going to be annoying for the oven to deal with. And also it lets me attack with Haunted Dead and Tattered Haunter. Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, obviously most... Okay, the best card in the set. The best card in the set is gonna win the game for the opponent. But there's nothing you can actually do about that, I think. Wretched Griff is good, that's for sure. Okay. Especially since it only costs 2. And I can get back my 3/4 afterwards, which is really nice. And now the rats are pretty useless since I don't have the scavengers, so that's kinda good. That might save me. The opponent is on no cards too, which means they need to top deck, otherwise I'm gonna probably win with my 3-4 flyers. So I think Stitchwing is... I guess keeping the card is nice for the loot, but having another 3-4 lets me put some pressure onto the battlefield, which is good. It's put me dead to a removal, but... Ooh, I F6... Yeah, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to cast the Scavengers. That doesn't kill me right away, which is the good news. Because they don't have another white. Puts me in pretty bad spot. Wonder if they will take the Mantle or the Restraints. Yeah, I wanted to cast the Scavenger and get back on my rats again, but they got Choking Restraints. Okay. But it turns out I F6 unintentionally. So now I cannot afford to attack anymore, which is not good. Angler's not looking great. Do I have a kill here? I'm just gonna check because, well, I have to drop my land. Let me read the card again. +1/+0 Menace. So, best case scenario here, my opponent double blocks that one and double blocks the Scab. They gain 3, so they go up to 17 and they take 7. Yeah, they take 14. So they are actually not dead just because of this thing as lifelink. Otherwise they would die. Straight up drop. I'm just gonna redo the math, but so they Menace. Yeah. So they double block on the Scavengers. Yeah, they double block on the Scavengers, and actually I cannot block another creature. I messed up here. They can block only one creature, so it will be the Scavenger. So yeah, double block on the Scavenger with these two, go up to 17 and take... I cannot use that because I have to play the rats. So then take 3, 6, 10, 17. Okay, I think we'll do that. It does give ace, right? I'm just gonna read everything. I just don't want to mess up that because if I do, I die. Yeah. So unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am, we have a kill here. Yeah, they can only double block here and take 17. Yeah, that does work. As far as I can tell. And I know their last card in hand, so... Yup. Okay. I almost missed that kill. But it feels good when you find the when you find the right line. Whew, well, that was close. Well, I guess otherwise I could have just played Scavenger, not play the rat, loot to draw cards. I still have 2 blockers for the thing, but if I can kill them, I might as well kill them. Okay, sweet. So Naya beat down with Savage Alliance. Well, that Savage Alliance is something, and some. I think Hunter is awful in this matchup. They showed some 1/1 Spirit Token and Savage Alliance, so I think it's something I really don't want in my deck. I'm gonna add this, the unallowed. It does make my curve a bit bad, but it's not the worst. Like, this card is just awful. Like, against my opponent has everything that makes the card bad, which is 1 damage effect and 1/1 token spirit. So, don't think it's the right way to the right matchup to use that. Wailing Ghoul is pretty bad. I'm lacking 2 drops though. Wailing Ghoul is just too awful. I guess I could cut the Scholar, which also dies to the Savage Alliance, to put in a Wailing Ghoul. Especially on the draw, where having not enough 2-drop could hurt. Yeah, but it hurt, like, to cut a good looter and put a 1/3 that does pretty much nothing. I just can resolve myself to do that, even though it might be right in this specific spot. Yeah, I cannot think of a worse matchup for the Tattered Hunters. That kill was lit though. That was really nice. For a few seconds, I thought they would be able, to also block another creature, but obviously Menace makes them able to block only 1 creature if they have 3 blockers. So that was just 17. It's so easy to miss a kill, especially when you're under a bunch of pressure, like I was. You just don't think about, going aggressive. And here, I mean, looking at my board, it did not even felt like I could win. They were at, 14 with lifelinker. But I guess I think it's what, Chittering Host is the meld card. Well, anyway, the meld card is really good. That's for sure. I think that's good enough. As the opponent mold to 6, keep their hand and put a card on top. Okay. Not that Tattered Hunter is really bad in this matchup, but it's very good and very difficult to beat for the blue-green Emerge deck, which don't tend to have a lot of removal or a lot of interaction with that card specifically. So, it's what I don't like about that card. In some matchup it's just gonna be really awful, and sometimes it's good. It's not really stable. Choking Restraints here, sure. Hopefully I'll draw some black at some point, but at least my opponent is not doing much, so I clearly have time. Even an island is good because I can cast double Stitchwing. Okay, that's solid, I guess. Emerge makes pacifism effect so bad. I still did not get my land, but Dragon Dart is nice, does get rid of the spirit and extricate, or I guess of a 3/2 token actually. And draws me a card, which hopefully is gonna be a swamp or something relevant. Oh, that's just, yeah. Oh well. I kinda wanna discard a Stitchwing so I can reanimate that next turn if I don't draw anything. But yeah, 4 island on the top 16 card of my deck is really I mean 15 card is kinda unlucky, but the opponent has me some land drop too, and now I think we are in a very solid spot. So I think we are attacking with Wretched Grief, and then dropping a Stitchwing. And if they have some sort of removal here, fine. Fine. Face bearer paladin. Okay. Do I want to start attacking with both creatures? I'm definitely dropping the witch because it does block the paladin very well. And then probably just a good color accomplice. The question is... I did that before attacking because I don't think my opponent will make any block anyway. My late game is very solid. Like, beating plus Scavenger plus Rats does heal the opponent pretty much. So I think I don't have to deal too much damage, and given enough time I should win. So I don't think I want to trade 3 for 2 right here, right now. I could see attacking with both creature being right though. Nah, here is Raz. Okay, well that thing is very good, as usual, as per usual. I do have the curse now though, and I have quite a lot of good stuff going on. So I could Stitchwing something back, discarding a land and beating. And then I have some nice block on the paladin. Does my opponent have delirium here? I have to worry about that. I think they do. Sorcery, and yeah, they do have delirium. So this is gonna flip. It's gonna be a 3/5. That's gonna drop. I haven't seen that thing being flipped yet, but I think all in all the best move is the beating Stitchwing move this turn. So this got 3 and beating got 3, right? Yeah, we'll do that. And most likely triple block on the Extricator of Sins. Nahiri's Wrath is insane though. I mean, I have enough advantage where I think I should be doing fine, but still. The card is quite dumb. Okay, so let's use that dude. Discarding Beating and Swamp. Drop 2 zombies. Unless my opponent top deck a good trick or removal, this should go fairly well for me, as I'm trading a useless creature for a very good creature. I go down to 11, but I'm draining them. Yeah, they did not, interesting enough, they did not sack a land or a token to make Spirit. Means they have a good play, which is not good for me, but this is clearly beatable though. Haunted Dead was a good top deck. So unless they manage to deal with my Scab next turn, we should be good to go. And I have another one in the graveyard if needed. I think I'll keep the Graph Rats in hand, just because I might need some stuff to discard to my other Stitchwing. And neither Graph Rat or Revenant looks very appealing on that board. I guess the Farbog Revenant is fine, but I cannot drop that yet anyway. And the longer this board stall goes on, the better it's for me, so I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. So either you open top decked, which I will not play around the top decked +2/+2 to each creature. It just doesn't seem worth it. I will still triple block here because it's a better and safer play. I should not auto yield, by the way, because I might want to reanimate that end of turn. And here, let's say they have +2/+2 to each creature, it's still very good for me. I guess I take 7 in the process, which I think I can live with. And the opponent lose a bunch of creature. Yeah, I think this block is fine if they have nothing, and fine if they have +2/+2 to each creature. And I think my open deck is probably gonna would probably play that card, so yeah. Yeah, they do have the stupid borrowed grace, I would assume it is. Not many things that cost 5 mana and makes you attack with everything. Oh, Savage Alliance. Does that kill me? Maybe it killed me. I did not play around that at all. But I'm not sure I could have played around that very well. No, it did not kill me. I think we are reanimating Haunted Dead, discarding Revenant and Graph Rat end of turn though. I need some blockers for these flyers. And, ooh, Death Rants. So draw step. Oh, yeah, this is locked. I can draw step, bounce a spirit, and make them discard what they drew. And it's kinda nice. And then I trade here. I take 2, but it's not the end of the world because I am draining them, and I'm actually. Oh, if I drop that, I cannot make the deterrence play actually. Actually, but I can. What I can do, which is pretty good, is using that ability. Yeah, that seems fine. Keep this. Yeah, bounce that, and unless I do an instant, they will have to discard the thing, which is also nice. And I might get rid of a nice spell. Yeah, Lunarch Mental. Well, I'm glad I did that this way because if they put the if they could put the mental on the emissary, that would have been really bad for me. All right, so I think I found the right line here, which is always nice. And now I'm probably just gonna drop the Scavengers and get back the rats. And next turn I can attack for 11. So the opponent is almost gonna die, and unless they top deck some really good pump spell, they will not be able to race with that. Unfortunately, this doesn't give haste. Yeah, oh well. I will still drop my unallowed before attacking. Before if they have any type of pumps, I mean removal. This way I still pump my guy. But yeah, that should do the trick. My opponent needs some pretty sick top deck here. Like they are dead, really dead on board. Like they are virtually at 2 because of the curse. So they need to either find a bunch of blockers, a Wrath of God, or I guess +1/+1 double strike doesn't even kill me. So they would need that plus another burn spell or pump spell. We did it. Nice. I think you lose this game if you miss the deterrence interaction on draw step. It's not, I'm not saying it's something super hard to see or anything, but I know that clearly when I mean any player with less experience or I think like maybe 3 or 4 years ago I would have missed this kind of play, and it can easily lose you the game. And same thing game 1. The kill is a kill you can easily miss. So yeah, that's nice. I'm pretty happy about how I played this round. Might have made some mistake, but in general I'm pretty happy, which is not always the case, honestly. Like we all do, I'm still making a bunch of misplays, and sometimes some even really big punts. And when I can just play a game that's clean and that works well, I'm quite happy. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you did, and see you for round 2.